told my wife when I got with her, I said, look, I'll do anything for you except one thing. I will not give up on my dream. If I got to surrender my dream, I'd rather be alone. Because if I abandon my dream, I'll abandon you. I truly believe that. I see so many people, man, they give up their dream for the wife. They give up their dream for the husband. They give up their, and then the wife and the husband get together and they have kids and then they give up their dream again because of the kids. The day we have kids, we cannot blame the kids for not going after our potential and our dreams. If I got to be less than who I'm meant to be with you,
That's powerful.
can't give you that.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Passive Money. I'm Kirby. That's Alex over there. Today we're gonna talk about a reaction video. It's Reaction Wednesdays. That's what we're gonna start calling it, Reaction Wednesdays. We're gonna do a reaction video every Wednesday. For the people that's new to the channel, Alex and me, we're just normal everyday people. Showing people how to get out of the everyday grind of the paycheck to paycheck life, getting out of the rat race and things like that. In Reaction Video Wednesday, what we're doing is just reacting to financial advice or whatever's putting out on, TikTok, social media, and things like that to try to provide a better understanding. For us, only thing we're looking at, we're giving you this content for free. We just asking everybody to hit that subscribe and hit the like button so we can help YouTube algorithm out to bring more traffic to the channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and of course, we're taking small steps, 1,000 to 2,000, 2,000 to 10,000, 10,000 to 100,000. But if you like the content, please subscribe, like, and things like that. But with that being said, Alex, the video provided was from Grant Cardone, and what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, so I like this video because it's actually kind of what I told my wife when we were like dating was I wasn't willing to give up my goals and my dreams, and she understood. And it was the same with her. She had just come to this country and she had her own dreams and everything, and so it was like a mutual understanding and respect. But it's very true what he says is I think a lot of Americans hold back their dreams, whatever it may be, a certain career path or goals that they have, and they give up all that for a person. And at any moment, that person can get up and leave you, but your clock is still ticking on this earth. And so it's kind
Right.
of like you could be wasting your time by, in a literal sense, by giving up that dream for a specific person.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, what was your dreams, and then how did that compare or contrast to your wife's dreams when she was coming from another country, and then you being in this country? What was your dreams compared to her dream?
My dreams, I think it was a little immature at the point when we started dating because I was just still pretty young and like I just like had this fantasy of like becoming a millionaire. So that was like my only dream was like, oh, I want to become a millionaire. But as time has progressed, my goals have become more specific. But that was basically the ballpoint of what I wanted to do was just like something that would land me to a point in my life where I didn't have to work for somebody else, that I would have my own income and technically be a millionaire. Her goals, I mean, I never really asked specific, but in general, I mean, she just wanted a better life here in the United States than what she had back in her home country because the country that she's from is in a political and, you know, humanitarian crisis, basically. So she just
What
wanted
country is that, if you don't mind sharing?
Venezuela from
Oh,
Venezuela.
you're close.
Yeah. But and excuse me, I'm sick, guys. So if my voice sounds off, that's why. But yeah, she just wanted to
Being flu.
yeah, she wanted just a different life here in the United States.
Right, and again, and it's funny because I mean we didn't set this video up that way, but it's funny. Alex's wife is from another country. My wife is from another country, and and both of our spouses look for the same thing, a better life than what they had. And Alex, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm just gonna speak about my wife, and you tell me if it's the same thing with your wife. Your wife came from a country where it's very, depressionary, where people work hard, work hard, work hard, but they never have any money after they do all that work, putting all that time in and things like that. So when they come to this country, it's just all about, hey, I'm gonna work hard and then try to save every dollar I have to make it better.
It's funny because I was actually having this conversation with her last night, and it was the conversation derived from our recent trip to Colombia, and I was just talking about it like, it's weird that Colombians want to come to the US because it looks like their country and their own standard operates similar to the US, where everyone can make a certain wage or whatever. Um, and the lifestyle is similar. They have to work like you do over here. And she told me that yes, but over here, you can have a purpose when working. Like you can work overtime here, make more money, and just dedicate yourself to work and save, and then prepare yourself for a better life or create a better life for yourself here. Whereas over there, you can work, and like you're still in the same point. You can't get to a certain point of like excess or success as you could here, where you could achieve more and more. It's kind of like you're still in the same cycle over there.
Yeah, and I agree with you 100% there. And the thing is, for them, it's no matter how hard they work or how many hours they put in, they still only bring in enough to take care of the family and they never have access. So when they come here to the States and then they have access, the only thing they want to do is park it and save it as much as possible so they can have a gap between living paycheck to paycheck to the next realm. And it was the same thing with my wife and her family and things like that. It's and for us being here in the States, we're used to working in the overtime. We're used to all of that extra pay if you put in the extra hours. We was just looking to, hey, most everybody we know, they work all these hours and they still in the rat race. If they make more money, they spend more money and they still broke at the end of the week. And we was trying to look at another dynamic between there. And then they're coming from a place where we're just happy to have extra income or extra savings at the end of the paycheck, and we're used to that, but now we're trying to look at a way to multiply it to make it better
Right.
or close to it.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like over there, I had asked what the minimum wage was, and it was like a million 100,000 pesos, which is the equivalent of like maybe 230 to $250 a month. And
Mhm.
when I asked them that, they said, no, that's the minimum wage, but it's also like the average wage. Like, so
Right.
the average person over there is making minimum wage, whereas you don't really see that in the United States. I think the average income in the US is 50 something thousand a year, which is not
Right.
minimum
Right.
wage. But over there, minimum wage is the average wage. So very different in that stance.
Yeah, and going back to the video where he said he got with his wife and he said he wasn't going to give up his dream. I agree with that 100%. So again, transitioning back to me again, and like I said, similar when it comes to spouses, it's the same thing. They're leaving war torn countries. They're leaving countries where recession and depression is average everyday life, and and it was all about having somebody that, okay, I did what I did. I came to this country, and I'm not saying Grant Cardone's wife came to this country, but just the union of two people, and we had a dream of something bigger than just holding par, just staying at the level to say that, hey, we made it. And I see that's a lot of things that goes on in American culture. They have a union with somebody, and then one person will have a dream, no matter if it's male or female. They have a dream, and then they just forego their dream because of the partner. And I like the fact that Grant Cardone had that opinion or thought process of saying, hey, I'm not going to give up my dream. Hey, we're going to make sure you're good where you're at. But the ultimate goal is, okay, you're good where you're at, but we have to focus on something bigger than what you're trying to achieve or something bigger that's trying to go on. Um, like I said, me and your wife is your wife. I said me and your wife, like we're together. Like your wife and my wife is the same. where they, just wanted a better life than what they had in their respective countries. But it's you as a male or you as a female, depending on what side of the aisle comes, who have the bigger drive, you have to still search for your goals. You still have to shoot for what you're looking for. I remember telling my wife that I wanted to take over the world. That was my big line right there.
Right, right.
I wanted to take over the world, and I can't take over the world if I can't even leave the United States, because I didn't even have a passport at the time when I'm saying this crazy garbage. But then along top with her ability to save, because she's so used to not having access coming from the country she's have, so her saving and stuff like that, and we using capital from her paycheck, my paycheck, to strive for a bigger goal. Yes, we took more risks than the average person will take, but the goal is to shoot for a bigger objective. And if you don't take the risk to shoot for that bigger objective, then you're just like everybody else. So in the video that Grant Cardone presented, I agree with him 100%, is you can't give up your goals because you unionize with somebody else, or you and somebody else become married or whatever. No matter male or female, you have to still shoot for those goals that individually that you shoot for. I mean, yeah. So when let's say I'm the big achiever or my wife's the big achiever, it don't matter. And now you come together with somebody. All right, we hold with that. I had this big goal with just my paycheck. Now I have this goal with two paychecks. One paycheck should take care of the bare necessities, while all the rest of the capital should go towards striving for that bigger goal. And that's my viewpoint on that one.
Yeah, I agree. I agree completely. I think the American standard, probably as it's always been, is what Grant Cardone was explaining, where you get a partner, you settle down, you have kids, and then you just let everything else dissipate. You never, you know, proceed with your goals. I think that a lot of young people have very bright goals, but there's nothing to that goal if you don't put in action, and it's only up to that individual whether it's going to be executed or not. And
Right.
I mean, think about how many entrepreneurs, actual entrepreneurs there are in the world, very little or very few. And it's because they made that sacrifice to give up family, marriage, so many different things. Now, I'm not saying you have to give up family and marriage, but also finding that partner, like say, as you and I have in executing those goals or going after those goals is very difficult as well. Finding somebody that's on the same page that can think the same and pursue those goals with you is very, very difficult.
Right. And I'll leave it at with this point. And people gonna have whatever viewpoint they have about this video. I don't care. But here in America, it's always, dream big, but people think that as long as you dream big, that's good enough. But you know, most of the laws in the United States is based off the, Bible. And in the Bible it says faith without works is dead. That means you can dream of whatever you want, but if you don't put the work in to make it happen, then there's nothing there. So people have to, still put in the work to make it happen. And, circling back to Grant Cardone video, is you can't give up your dreams or give up your faiths or give up anything for somebody if you're on the equal plane saying that, hey, y'all want the same things. All right, if you just want to be normal, then that's fine. If you want to live paycheck to paycheck, if you choose to do that, you choose to do that. But if somebody has a higher goal and then somebody has a lesser goal, and I'm not saying, oh, don't get with that person or don't marry that person. But the thing is okay, we already where you want to be at, but now it's time for you to focus on where I want to be at. And then we will be better off. And it's all about explanation and explaining that and stuff like that. But it's all about putting the work in to make it happen.
Exactly.
Yeah, with all that being said, if y'all have any likes, dislikes, disagreements, things like that, please hit the comment section below. I know it's some things I said that's probably going to chap some butts and things like that to make people mad, but I don't care. Just please comment, Good comments, bad comments, they all work for me. But most importantly, hit the subscribe button and we'll keep this conversation going along further. With all that, y'all have a good one. See you in the next video.
See you guys.